It was intended to be a typical reunion tape, just another opportunity for cast members to hash out old grievances. But what happened next has viewers reeling in disbelief murmurs of a hidden altercation between Erica Mena and Mendeecees Harris had been churning for weeks, but nobody anticipated it to burst into the most savage clash in love and hip-hop history. Insiders said emotions were high. Imagine Erica's astonished expression as an off-camera debate became dangerously hot, ending in an alleged attack so intense that security hurried to interfere. Mendeecees approached, his hand clenched, wrath lighting in his eyes. Rumors claim she withdrew into a corner, screaming for calm, only to be greeted with a shower of violent punches, leaving the family split. Defend Mendeecees as a man pushed to his brink, while some denounce the assault as terrible. Fans' allegiance are split between two favorite performers. But was this brutal scene an unintentional accident of sheer emotion or a deliberate ploy? For ratings? Tonight, we explore into every angle. Turn of the controversy that set the reality world ablaze remain tuned, because the limits between love, loyalty, and violence have never been more muddled. Long before the cameras began rolling, murmurs spread of a furious dispute brewing between Erica Mena and Mendeecees Harris, two of love and hip-hop's most explosive characters. Fans speculated about late-night emails and half-heard phone conversations, but none anticipated the pyrotechnics to flare on set as the crew hurried to prepare for the reunion recording. Erica paced in her trailer holding a glass of iced tea, shaking palms, her thoughts running over every previous contact with Mendeecees earlier that day. A heated disagreement about seating arrangements had set the tone. Erica came late, following a wardrobe. Mendeecees was already sitting in the first row, grinning as if challenging her to take her space. She threw him a scowl, voice quiet but furious. "Why are you here so early? This was my place." He shrugged carelessly, reclining back. "I go where I want, Erica. It's not your set alone. That tiny spark unnoticed by most would ignite a powder keg later on." Erica confronted Mendeecees' behind-the-scenes voices escalated minutes before the reunion, aired as she accused him of harming her image by leaking information to reporters. "You told TMZ that unprofessional," she yelled, arms flying. "You made me appear like a joke." Mendeecees. He pulled his lips into a tight line and clenched his teeth. "I didn't leak anything," he said calmly. "If you'd quit lying about me, maybe no one would." According to stories, their producer intervened to keep things quiet, but the harm had already been done. Raw and unfiltered emotions were spilled. As the reunion recording began, anxiety simmered under the surface. Erica sat tightly fanning, herself with a cue card, her attention darting to Mendeecees every few seconds. He evaded her look by scrolling through his phone, but the atmosphere between them seemed electrifying. The presenter attempted to redirect the discussion to lighter themes like fashion and forthcoming projects, but every inquiry. When asked about her new song, Erica's voice quivered, and Mendeecees responded with a quick nod, eliciting comments from the crowd that something was awry. During a fast song change, Erica rushed off stage and located Mendeecees in the makeup trailer. She grabbed his arm firmly and used a hard voice. He couldn't ignore, "You think you're smart." Mendeecees wrenched his arm, free, almost toppling a lampstand, warning Erica to back off, voice deep and deadly. "Don't touch me." His tone slashed through the air, and for a while she froze, startled by the unexpected fury in his gaze. No one in that tiny corridor predicted what happened next. In a flurry of movement, Mendeecees slammed Erica against the wall, hand slamming into her shoulder with enough power to leave a mark. Her breath seized, and for a minute, the world. The metallic clang of machinery and the distant murmur of the crew faded as Erica's wide eyes met him. "You promised me respect," she whispered. "You swore this wouldn't be a fight." But Mendeecees' visage remained steely, chest heaving as adrenaline coursed through his veins. Then came the slap. It hit across Erica's cheek with a thundering smack that resonated off the walls and every crew member within 50 feet. Erica faltered, palms shooting to her face, tears threatening to flow. Mendeecees loomed over her chest, his voice rough. "You pushed me too far." Astonishment ran through the clothes. Staff support. Stylists, makeup artists? None dare to act fearing his unpredictable anger. The reunion was forgotten, replaced by this furious. As Erica dropped to the floor, holding her hurting face, Mendeecees' rage gave way to perplexity and guilt, and he knelt alongside her, voice hoarse. "I didn't mean," but his words fell flat against. The mayhem he had produced. Security personnel eventually came into the corridor, forcing him back as Erica shrank away, sobbing, ripping her body. One guard guided Erica into a cosmetics, while giving tissues and a tenuous promise of protection. Another took Mendeecees' elbow and led him away in shackles, the metal cuffs flashing beneath the harsh hallway lights. The argument traveled across the studio like wildfire. Cast members gaped in fear. Some sought to calm Erica, while others turned away in astonishment. Producers suspended production for the day, sending everyone home till investigations concluded. Fans viewing live feeds reacted with indignation. Social media exploded with remarks, "Mendeecees is out of control. Protect Erica." Fans' startled response. Videos flooded YouTube channels examining every aspect of the push, slap, and tears, playing in cycles across limitless screens in the hours that followed. Both factions manipulated the story to their favor. Mendeecees' PR published a statement expressing sincere contrition, calling the event an unfortunate escalation of personal tensions, and offering his complete cooperation. Erica's team, meantime, issued cautious statement declining further comment, but assuring supporters she got medical treatment and was safe. News sites latched on every aspect of body language. Tone, dress, decision, generating headlines of betrayal, violence, and the destroyed tie of friendship. Family comments poured in next. Mendeecees' wife allegedly rushed in distraught but adamant, asking answers about what led him to such violence. Erica's mother came at the hospital where her daughter was treated, face pale but determined, promising to seek charges if required. Friends of both performers flocked to social media, some praising Mendeecees as a man pushed to the verge, others criticizing his acts as terrible. The fanbase fragmented, alliances formed. Meanwhile, the network's legal staff called emergency meetings to determine culpability. Questions abounded. Should the video of the assault run in the reunion episode? Would it breach broadcast standards or promote copycat incidents? Sponsors threatened to pull commercials if the network seemed to condone violence within boardrooms. Executives assessed the public relations impact against the ratings advantage of an unfiltered controversy. Define not just the season's ending, but the franchise's future. Were they a secure platform for talent or a turbulent stage for real-life drama? In the midst of this turbulence, viewers looked for more context. Was this assault the result of months of growing animosity? Reports of leaked text conversations between Erica and a third party sparked allegations of treachery. Some fans said Mendeecees caught Erica in a lie and lost control. Another suspected Erica baited him on purpose to write the scene for viral fame. Conspiracy threads scrutinized every deleted Instagram post, every mysterious Twitter, seeking evidence that the fight was either intentional or a terrible accident of unbridled emotions. But all the debate, one thing remained evident. Erica's cheek had a red mark where the slap fell, and her faith in her co-star was broken. Mendeecees faced public. Their relationship, once a centerpiece of the show's camaraderie, lay in shreds. Interviews with both were canceled, leaving the audience in anticipation. Would there be an apology tour, court fights, covert peacemaking behind closed doors? And the narrative was far from done. As darkness descended on the studio, rumor mills spun even faster. Leaked bits of Erica's recuperation, communicated to pals, portrayed a portrait of a woman split between rage and despair. He stated Mendeecees' camp responded with recordings of him trying to apologize, his voice begging, "I'm sorry, I lost myself." These bits, each crafted to manipulate public mood, merely widened the division. Fans chose sides. In the days that followed, Late-night talk programs examined the episode with spectacular zeal, while commentators disputed the ethics of reality broadcasting. Violence, a result of contrived conflict or a true insight into emotional breakdown. Therapists weighed in on the mental health ramifications of showing such scenes. Sponsors weighed Erica and Mendeecees remained in the heart of a maelstrom they had thought they controlled, despite their brand's connections with the dispute. The uproar was quick, and worldwide parodies of the push and slap emerged. Some ridiculing, others supporting Erica's dignity with hashtags like #DaJustice4. Erica trended with Mendeecees Repent online polls, which questioned, "Would you watch the reunion if the fight aired?" A narrow majority responded yes, enticed by the promise of naked realism. Others pledged to boycott the program totally, criticizing its slide. Even as the drama grabbed headlines, a quieter narrative evolved behind the scenes. Loyal crew members told of Mendeecees' collapse. After the cameras cut, depicting him racked with guilt, tears in his eyes as he held Erica's abandoned jacket, Erica departed the studio on a stretcher, her face scarred, and eyes vacant but still determined to speak her side when the moment was right. The human cost of spectacular violence lay exposed underneath the show, and here, as day one of the repercussions closed, the tale stood at crossroads. Will reconciliation ever be possible? Could a terrible assault by one of love and hip-hop stars be forgiven or forgotten? The route ahead remained. With every friend and foe watching and ready to pounce on the next surprise, the tale was only starting, and Part 2 would delve further into the emotional carnage. Startling truths still to come. Would reconciliation ever be possible after a violent moment in the hours after that horrible day? Erica Mena fled to a private recovery room at a neighboring hospital where friends and family came to maintain vigil. Meanwhile, Harris was secretly freed on bail and told to stay under surveillance supervision and undergo anger treatment between hospital rooms and legal meetings. The two erstwhile friends found themselves living out separate yet inexorably intertwined horrors. Inside the hospital room, Erica's face remained sensitive and red, a continuous reminder of the slap known across the reality television world. Her mother refused to leave her side, sending her of text messages to producers demanding transparency and safety for her baby. Erica's phone buzzed ceaselessly with supporting hashtags, but also with vicious barbs from trolls doubting her decisions. Did you anticipate this one message to say, "Love and hip-hop will ruin you"? Tears welled in her eyes as she wrote quickly, banning and reporting each abusive remark. She informed her mother, voice cracking, "I need to get out of here. I need my space across town." Mendeecees, sitting in a tiny, sparsely furnished apartment, hired by his legal team, he glanced at the ring. He wore the same band Erica had liked just days before, recalling her laughing as she put it on. Now the ring seemed like a noose on. Despite the odd email notice, bail reminder, press inquiry, and threats from followers seeking his demise, he eventually picked up the phone and dialed his best buddy, He dropped his shoulders and mumbled, "I screwed up badly. I was furious, wounded, and lost control." His buddy advised him to seek treatment and publicly apologize, but Mendeecees hesitated. Pride and guilt weared inside him, while the network's crisis squad gathered in a conference room concealed behind locked doors. Attorneys, publicists, and executives confronted solar screens packed with social media stats and sponsor memoranda on one executive side. "We can't afford to lose this franchise, but we also can't overlook the fact that we failed to preserve our talent," they discussed. Some urged for a unified statement to demonstrate togetherness, while others were concerned that forcing a reconciliation would come off as insincere and would magnify the uproar outside the studio lot. A tabloid reporter overheard a studio source say that Mendeecees had promised Erica a private settlement money secrecy contract, a vow to never discuss it publicly. Speculation surfaced online within minutes, sparking concern that Erica's quiet may be purchased supporters labeled it a betrayal, accusing her of selling out the truth. Detractors responded that she was merely safeguarding her future and her children's inside Erica's close group beliefs. Nevertheless, one close friend persuaded her to seek criminal charges, claiming that only by taking a position could she force Mendeecees to face the consequences. A friend advised that an amicable conclusion, an apology, a settlement, or perhaps therapy together would provide a more respectable road ahead. Erica listened to them both, split between fury and empathy. She took notes in a spiral notebook. Should I pursue charges? What do I want? What would help me heal? The conflict swirled in her thoughts like storm clouds. Fans on message sites selected sides with furious fervor in one thread entitled J. Justice for Erica supporters submitted side-by-side photographs, her laughing and then sobbing, arguing the difference demonstrated her honesty. Another post-jock, You're Forgiven Dees, stated that love storylines in the program have always thrived on redemption storylines, and men deserved a shot at redemption as well. Moderators fought to keep arguments calm, but often failed as insults piled up. And rumors increased. Someone tweeted a clip of a claimed video showing Mendeecees' apologies, but no one could authenticate its origin back at the hospital. Erica spoke with the network's head of talent relations, sat in a tiny meeting room with tinted windows to disguise view. She crossed her hands over her lap and spoke steadily, but firm. I need confidence that I'm secure. I can't return to set until I know standards are in place. The CEO agreed swiftly, pledging increased security measures, zero tolerance for violence, and required therapy for all cast. Erica pushed further. And what about Mendeecees? Would he come back at all? The response lingered awkwardly in the air. That is under legal evaluation. Meanwhile, Mendeecees' legal team worked around the clock to organize interviews with character witnesses, including a producer who claimed to have heard Erica insult Mendeecees, calling him false and weak. The defense stated that provocation played a part in Mendeecees' reaction to a time of intense emotional suffering. Victims of domestic abuse respond to continuous emotional manipulation. Organizations balked at this depiction, starting petitions to remove the show's domestic violence waiver and clearer policies to protect cast online. A fan-created internet map identified every spot where Erica and Mendeecees had shot together in the previous season. The map was annotated with emojis such as broken hearts, fists, and question marks. Viral serves as a visual witness to how far a plot involving love and betrayal had escalated into actual violence, and commentary channels on YouTube featured hour-long programs featuring so-called specialists in reality TV psychology are questioning whether producers deliberately manufactured discord by pressuring these two characters came together as the court fights and network talks raged. A report surfaced about a secret meeting set between Erica and Mendeecees in a neutral place supposed to be insiders, said that the session took place in a retreat facility in the Highlands, where they could mediate with a counselor present. Would he be recorded for possible use in a dispute resolution? Special fans responded with mistrust. Would this be another trick or a sincere effort at healing? Tension has risen in secret fan groups, where some want to live stream any evidence of filming. Trucks moving approaching retreat in public. Erica's healing progress was closely tracked. Chosen social media publishes a snapshot of her painting a canvas while smiling for the first time in days. A video showed her exploring children's books at a bookshop with a kind look, sparked in flood of supporting comments. Keep strong. We love you. You've got this. Snide comments were lurking behind this is merely a new plotline, drama queen. Andandi is next, and the dichotomy of adoration and hate highlighted how poisonous the fan is. Mendeecees camp reacted with their own hand-picked updates. Video showing him at a gym working out, muscles gleaming with perspiration, captioned, "Working on me." Another video showed him shutting his eyes in prayer at a church. Supporters commended his drive to self-improvement, while others termed it performative atonement and the battle of images. Control escalated as both performers attempted to shape the storyline while dealing with personal anguish. Network ratings. Officials keenly monitored these fan interactions. and viewership for the reruns of the program increased considerably as viewers tuned in to catch up on previous episodes. Where Erica and Mendeecees engaged, sponsors took note, and some halted ad purchases. Others inquired for unique advertising spaces since they were concerned about brand association. During the next dispute resolution program, cash and headlines danced around an unpleasant partnership problem. Promised profit, but profit threatened moral compromise as days grew into weeks. Twitter account published a profound thread observations on resilience, self-worth, and the necessity of empathy. She spoke on the power of vulnerability and the necessity to stand up against injustice. The thread earned with tens of thousands of likes, retweets, and encouraging comments. It seemed less like journalists used her words "we all" in her promotional post, which was more of a manifesto distilled from her grief. Deserves protection even beneath bright lights, calling it the rallying cry of her followers. Mendeecees, for his part, uploaded a selfie of himself reading a self-help book on anger control with his eyebrows furrowed. In Confrontation, the caption said, "Growth isn't linear." Fans replied with a combination of doubt, "Is he really learning?" and optimism that he can change? Behind such statements were the actual stakes. Could this famous figure recover his name? Or would his actions eternally define him in the public view amid these public maneuvers? As her private mediation appointment approached, Erica spent hours with her therapist practicing what she wanted to say. Said she scribbled notes. "I need to be heard, and I cannot accept apologies that neglect my pain. I deserve to be acknowledged and held accountable." Each line represented a limit she hoped Mendeecees would respect. She gazed at the ring on her finger, once a sign of oneness, but now reminder of lost trust, and pondered what route lied ahead. Meanwhile, Mendeecees prepared his own set of excuses for his conduct. His anguish, he pleaded for forgiveness in front of a mirror, his voice heavy with passion. "Erica, I never intended to harm you." Each syllable felt heavy on his mouth, edged with he.